For so long, I believed that being a good person meant putting everyone else's feelings, thoughts, and needs before my own. But what if the first most critical step to rebuilding self-trust after abuse is actually the one that feels the most selfish? Today, I'm sharing the very first step I took on my own journey back to myself. And that step was choosing myself over other people's thoughts, needs, or problems. And now, this particularly, and within the context of surviving abuse, it meant choosing myself over my ex-wife's feelings, thoughts, needs, or problems. Um, I had to believe that my needs mattered. Period. My needs matter. They matter first, and they matter before anyone or anything else. And this, not only is this not selfish, this I found was the necessary context for my feelings to be data. Okay. Not my feelings as an inconvenience or something that needs to be fixed, but fundamentally believing that my needs matter and they matter first is so important to be able to access and relate to feelings as data. Not only that, I found that when feelings are data, that means that feelings are information about how my environment or my relationships with people around me impact my being, my self, my wellness, my safety, period. That's all it is. It's at my feelings are information about my environment. And really accepting feelings as data, I found that this is the birthplace of courage to one, surrender the value that I got from being a resource and not a person. And which I found is especially related to the conditioning that I've experienced as like a Black queer girl and woman in this world. And not only that, I found that this has been also the birthplace of courage to release the beliefs that prevent me from addressing what my feelings reveal. Okay. This is just crucial. It's critical. You know, feelings as yeah, it's just like allowing my feelings to be data. It it just allows me to it makes choosing me so much easier. And I'll share with you a pro tip. Now, it's one thing to, do the journaling, the podcast, the reading, the therapy, all those other things. But I wanted this understanding to seep into my subconscious. And I did that through sleep meditations, but also pro tip, I created a soundtrack and a playlist of songs that help me help this concept of like my feelings as data and that I matter and that I can release the things that make it hard for me to believe that I matter first. Like I created a playlist that helped that seep into my subconscious. Some of the songs on the playlist: Not My Problem by Layla. I hope I said her name right. Bitch Better Have My Money by Rihanna. King of Anything by Sarah Bareilles. A No No by Mariah Carey. Plan B by Megan Thee Stallion, and Float by Janelle Monáe. Let me see. I mean, in the song Not My Problem, she said, that's just not my problem. Like, this is really helpful for me to remember. Oh, yeah, my feelings are data and they matter first. Like, and other people's problems are other people's problems. Um, King of Anything, who died and made you king of anything? Like why do you get to be the king of me? Like what does what's going on with you have to do with me? Um Mariah Carey, a no-no. I said no. I could say it in all these languages. I said no, period. That's it. Um, and plan B, Megan, Queen Megan. Ladies, love yourself because this can get ugly. That's why get money. Yes. I literally listen to some of these songs on repeat and the energy of it seeps down into my bone marrow and I love it. Now, and I just want to say choosing yourself first is not selfish. It's the foundation of survival and well-being. This is just one part of the framework we explored last Friday. To get the full context on rebuilding self trust, I highly recommend you watch that episode now. And for some fun, I want to know what's one song on your personal power playlist? Share it below, drop it in the comments so we can rebuild our soundtracks together. All right, y'all, I'll see you next time.